Welcome to the Rainbow Ceremony for the graduates of the class of 2020. We're so excited to have you with us here today to celebrate this graduating class, because in-person ceremonies could not be held at the conclusion of your senior year. We're so pleased to share this time of celebration with you and with your families. As a reminder, all participants and guests are required to wear a mask at all times. Social distancing requirements remain in place. This is a happy occasion, a commemoration of a milestone, a defining moment for our graduates. We ask that you refrain from any behavior that would detract from this ceremony. Noise-making devices are not permitted during the ceremony. Security staff will be on site to enforce this, and guests who do not abide by this provision will be removed from the stadium. Guests are requested to hold their applause until all of the graduates' names have been announced. It is of utmost importance that family members and guests are allowed to hear the name of your graduate. We are so proud of you, the class of 2020. Congratulations.
Good morning and welcome to T.A. Wright Stadium on the beautiful campus of Savannah State University. Would you please join me in welcoming the New Hampstead JROTC program for our presentation of colors. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, New Hampstead JORTC Color Guard. You may be seated. Please join me in welcoming our school board president, Dr. Joe Buck.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this special ceremony for the class of 2020. It's my pleasure today to bring you just a few remarks because for the last 5 days, we've been celebrating the class of 2021. Due to certainly unforeseen difficulties, you did not have that opportunity a year ago. We celebrate you today. We are so thrilled that you have come back to be with us today. You know, usually at a graduation ceremony, you talk about the fact that you're going out into the world and you're going to face certain things. For 4 days this week, we have heard valedictorians and salutatorians say those kinds of motivational things to their fellow graduates. But you folks are here with a little bit different experience because you've already been out and you've already dipped your toe in the water. And you know many times that life can be very difficult. All of us face the same sorts of challenges: health, love, financial, belonging. All of us work hard every day to find that balance and passion for what we do in our lives. I congratulate you on the year that you've spent, and I bet we could bring each one of you up here and have you tell us things that you have learned in your year since you graduated. Bruce Fowler is a Savannah native, and Bruce has written a book called Life is in the Transitions. And he talks about the fact that life is not cyclical as we have always thought. You're born, you go to school, you graduate, you get married, you have a job, you have kids, et cetera, et cetera. His book is about what he calls life quakes, because he says in today's world, it is a series of this all the time. And so he estimates, based on research, that for most of us, we face about 4 or 5 life quakes every year. Some are simple, some not so simple. But for you as year-long graduates of the public school system have learned already about life quakes. One of our valedictorians this week talked to us about the fact that you become the average of the 5 people that you spend most of your time with. And she suggested that that means that you look carefully for those people around you to find someone who would be a coach, someone who would be a mentor, someone who would be an encourager, etc. I chose to use that in a little bit different way this morning. My daughter is an assistant principal in the Atlanta area. And each morning when she drops her 2 boys off for school in the 2nd and 3rd grade, as she lets them out of the car, she says, "Remember today to be courteous, courageous, persistent, inclusive, and resilient." Now, if you're like me, you're real tired of being resilient right this minute, because we've overused that word this year. But I would say if you find among your friends and loved ones and family and acquaintances 5 people who can help you to be resilient and courteous and courageous and persistent and inclusive, then your life will be much easier. I understand that as you move forward, you're going to accomplish great things. Hard work does pay off. But what it really means to me is that you work hard to be a good person, to be the kind of person that those other 5 people or 4 people or 5 people around you want to be with. I wish you good luck, I wish you good fortune, and I wish you resilience as you move forward. President Barack Obama used a quote from Ernest Hemingway at the funeral of Senator John McCain, one of our nation's heroes. And I would like to leave you with that today because you've already embarked. You're not embarking anymore. But he said, today is only one day in all the days that will ever be. But what will happen in all the other days that ever come will depend on what you do today. Congratulations to you.
Will the class of 2020 please stand? Having met the requirements of the Savannah-Chatham County Board of Education and the Board of Education of the State of Georgia, I hereby present to Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Levette, by the power vested in me, members of the class of 2020 from the following Savannah-Chatham County Public High Schools: Alfred Eli Beach, Islands, Herschel V. Jenkins, Saul C. Johnson, New Hampstead, Savannah Arts Academy, Savannah Early College, School of Liberal Studies at Savannah High, Windsor Forest, Woodville Tompkins. Graduates from Beach High School, please stand. Dr. Leach, would you come to the stage to receive your graduates?
Students from the graduating class of Beach High School: Amari Micaiah Alston, Denzel Jabrari Brownlee, Zoe Bailey, Alicia L. Amin. Gabrielle Christina Ferguson. Essence Aaliyah Jones. Destani Gloria Moore. Thomas Michael Osgood. Reagan Ikelia Smalls. Janye Sevilla Brianna Williams. Will now the graduating class of 2020 from Islands High School please come to the stage. Alana Alexander. Michaela Ashley Brotz. Hannah Lee Berner. Christina Marie Susie. Coming next to the stage, the graduating class of Jenkins High School. Quantre Alston. Tyra Andrews. Jessica Bostick. Kenai Bryant. Christopher Coleman. Talea Cooper. Devontae Delagal. Deja Gillens. Tayshawn Glover. Christopher Middleton. Dayana Lewis. Uday Malapula. Micah Parks. Brian Roberson. Janai Sellers. Dylan Turner. Lucy Wang. Eric Zhang. Jamisha Johnson. And now, with the graduating class of Johnson High School, come to the stage. Zakiriel Emilian Allen. Trinity Brigham. Jacoby Busano. Mariah Amari Blackshear. Kirsten Amari Campbell. Ariana Malaysia Chapel. Derek Ushan Edwards Jr. Madison Lorraine Hagan, 2020 valedictorian. Demondria L. Hendricks. Destiny Sakia Hurst. Destiny Imani Jackson. Palay Martrinice Massey, honor graduate, IB diploma recipient. Janasia Shante Labrie. Janasia Shante Labrie Mims. Jordan Quarterman. Brianna Monet Ramsey. Robert Roberson. Alonzo Michael Robinson. Jada Walker, honor graduate, IB diploma recipient. Akiva Whitney. Anaya Mackenzie Harris, IB diploma recipient. Deanna Brene Smith. And now coming to the stage, the graduating class of 2020 of New Hampstead High School. Kirsten Janice Bernard. Jamaria Britton. Allison Shea Fisher. Caitlin Ann Florin. Luisa Galvin. Hector Ulysses Gomez. Alasia Nicole Hutchinson. Elaine Linda Jackson. Dontavian Davaris Leach. Sebastian Alexander Messer. Danelis Zoe Nieves. Genesis Del Marotis. Jadabel Ortiz Santiago. Dashelle Kimisia Roberts. Drashawn Joshua Smart. Alexis May Stell. Zachary Howard Tillesia. And now coming to the stage, the graduating class of 2020 from the Savannah Arts Academy. Naomi Cookson. Jeremiah Turner. Nehemiah Turner. Now coming to the stage, the graduating class of 2020 from Savannah Early College. Mariah George. Ashley Tyler Haynes. Chloe Screen. Arion Smith. And now from the graduating class of 2020, the School of Liberal Studies at Savannah High. I'll hit it at the end. Michaela Janae Roberts. Autumn Jermise Thorpe. Tayana Brown. Tanisha Sharon Jackson. Faith Lynette Green. Kimyana Desiree Johnson. Marnika Joyner. And finally, from the School of Liberal Studies at Savannah High, Elisha Burrows. Coming to the stage, the graduating class of 2020 from Windsor Forest High School. Josias Danielle Muniz, honor graduate and salutatorian. Shalia Deasia Nicole Singleton. Danisha Shatinia Blige. Tian Olivia Karshi Shiante Pinkney. Tanasia Ashanti Noble. Trinity Della Patrice Archie Bailey. James Stokes III. Rihanna Finley. Michaela Cheyenne Smoke. Our final graduating class from the class of 2020 with us today, Woodville Tompkins High School. From the mighty Wolverine Nation, Jasmine Banks.
please join me in giving one more round of applause to our spectacular graduates of the class of 2020. Graduates and families, here we are, 1 year later, 1 year better informed, and 1 year stronger. We are proud that you have chosen to share this time with us today. We promised you last year that when we could, we would. Promises made, promises kept. We ask you to do the same. It has been a difficult year, but we have all grown because of it. And today, we are proud to celebrate you and especially celebrate your health and your willingness to share your life lessons already with those around you. Will the graduating class of 2020 please stand? Board of Education President Dr. Joe Buck, district representatives, and other members of the Board of Education and administration, as superintendent of schools, it is my privilege and my honor to recognize all of our graduates of 2020 for completing all requirements in the school year of 2020, but also being here today and sharing this precious time with your families, as identified by the state of Georgia and the Savannah-Chatham County Public Schools. Friends, colleagues, I introduce to you the class of 2020. I'll take this time now to thank you not only for sharing this time with us today, thanks to your families for keeping you safe, thanks to everyone who has supported you, and thank you for continuing to be proud representatives of Savannah-Chatham County Public Schools. We love you, and we appreciate so much your being present. At this time, we will end our formal ceremony, and we will invite you to take this time to thank your families and to share this precious time with them. Thank you for being here today.